Today we will talk about enterovirus 71, one of the new disease, one of the new virus. Let's talk about this virus as its impact for the human body. First, it will infect the cell. The shape of the cell will become circular rather than the fusiform. And then the vesicles will appear due to the virus infect. Then at last the cell will break down by the virus. In addition, the cell stops synthesizing proteins because the virus infects. How the virus infects the cell? The virus will release the genetic material and synthesis RNA by using the ribosomes in the cell. At the organ level, the virus will infect the meninges and the brain. And the skin will also have rashes on the hand, foot, and mouth. This disease is called hand, foot, mouth, and mouth diseases. The virus first enters through the oil and infects the reproduces the lymph system. Then it will spread out through vascular system. At the system level, you will lose appetite and maybe get some neuropathy, including seizures, irritability, and paralysis. This virus was first found in 1957 in New Zealand. At that time, people didn't know what did cause this disease. Then, in 1969, this virus was discovered in California, the United States. Then it breaks out at several places in different countries, such as China, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Several researches take place in 2012 to research how to fight this virus. Also, a vaccine was in progress by the Sinovac Biotech Limited in March 2013. This company was a Chinese company in Beijing. Then, how to treat this disease? Unfortunately, there is no efficient way to treat the disease. The only way is to monitor the condition of the brain and exclude the patients. The way to prevent this disease spread out are washing hands properly, coughing and sneezing with tissue. As you can see that it's very similar to the smallpox. No, not smallpox, chickenpox and a cold. So please wash your hands when you find that when you heard that people get the disease such as hand, foot, and mouth disease, because it may be caused by the enterovirus 71. Just like when you heard that people get the chickenpox. That's all.
First, I will introduce what is system diagrams. System diagrams are powerful tools that help you to understand how complex system works. Systems analyzed may be anything from business, through biological population models, to the impact of social policy. And they are particularly helpful in showing you how a change in one factor may impact elsewhere. They are excellent tools for fleshing out the long-term impacts of a change. Importantly, a good system diagram will show how changing a factor may feed back to affect itself. Then I want to say how to create system diagrams. At the heart of the use of system diagrams is the idea of linking factors to show a relationship between them. For example, a company may link the factors of product quality and customer satisfaction. It believes that as the quality of its goods change, so will customers' happiness with them. We show this as an arrow linking the two factors. The S shows that the factors move in the same way. As quality improves, so will the happiness of customers. The arrow shows the direction of the relationship. Raising customer happiness doesn't necessarily raise the quality of the goods. These relationships can also work the other way. The company may link price with the customer's perceptions of the good value of its goods. The O shows that the relationship works in the opposite way. In this case, as you raise price, customers' perceptions of good value reduce. Feedback is an important concept in the use of system diagrams. In very many cases, changing one factor will impact on another factor, which will then affect the first. Feedback will either reduce the impact of the change or will amplify it. The list of cultural factors of disease. And first, it is the promiscuity, with a high prevalence of sexually transmitted disease. Then, second one is sexual practices, and the third one is cultural practices. The following is the list of the environmental factors: temperature, latitude, altitude, insolation, precipitation, and rainfall are all the factors that belong to environmental factors. At last, I will introduce a disease called the hand, foot, and mouth disease. It is an illness that causes sores in or on the mouth and on the hands, feet, and sometimes the buttocks and the legs. The sores may be painful. The illness usually doesn't last more than a week or so. This disease is common in children but can also occur in adults. It can occur at any time of year but is most common in the summer and fall. The virus spreads easily through coughing and sneezing, and can also spread through infected stool, such as when you change a diaper or when a young child gets stool on his or her hands and then touches objects that other children put in their mouths. As often the disease breaks out within a community. It usually takes 3 to 6 days for a person to get symptoms of hand, foot, and mouth disease after being exposed to the virus. This is called the incubation period.
And now we are introducing the system diagram of the EV71. We made the speed rate be the center of this system diagram. The speed rate means how far and how fast the virus can spread throughout some certain area. Then we link several factors to this center. Environmental factors and cultural factors plays an important part on this diagram. And in this diagram, it also shows how these factors interact with each other and how some actions limits these factors. Then, finally, we can analyze the virus more mathematically. We take data of the infected individuals into China's province, which is Shandong province and Guangdong province. These are the places where EV71 is really prevalent here. The data recognize all the cases through 2007 to 2011. Then we'll take a careful look at Shandong province's data. In the data, we can see that EV71 became a really serious problem through 2009 and 2010. And then with the China government's decision to counter EV71 policies, the number of EV71 cases decreased a lot in the following years, which is a great success. But inversely, without control, the EV71 will be a very serious problem, and we will still suffer from the virus. And as a result, we can see that EV71 can be a virus that we can limit by doing some actions without our effort. So try to do what we can do towards this virus to limit them. If we limit them successfully, we will receive a good ending, and there will always be a good ending.